My name is James, and this is a shape of my recovery. Service is a key ingredient in the recipe of the 12-step recovery. To be clear, service is defined as giving freely of what has been given to me or carrying the message. Examples of service include working with a newcomer, and now in my experience, this looks like holding meetings at facilities such as hospitals, rehabs, or even detoxes. Also, sponsorship or guiding another through the steps of recovery is another example. Carrying the message does not necessarily result in strengthening one's fellowship or network in personal recovery. Alcoholism and addiction are progressive diseases by nature, whether one is active or not. With a progressive disease, the treatment also has to be progressive and balanced. The concept of rock bottom seems to be a critical starting point in recovery. However, the term rock bottom is different for each individual. Take for my case. My rock bottom had a trap door that led me to an even lower bottom where I found a shovel and I kept digging until I truly hit rock bottom. It took the loss of family and friends, significant career impacts followed by life-threatening health issues before I began to be open to a program of recovery. In the fellowship, we often use the term the yets. For example, I have not yet lost my family. I have not yet been a patient in a rehab. Oh, there have been no problems with law enforcement yet. How much appetite for loss, guilt, remorse, and pain one has seems to be the question. For some of us, we can be greatly inspired to attempt recovery after just a few nips of the ringer. For others, sadly, they have to be good and shredded before they seek an alternative. In my case, ultimately, alcohol was a great persuader. Through the 12-step program, I'm more conscious of my presence, actions, and words. When others resist, when they retaliate, when difficulties surface, if I spend enough time understanding and reflecting, normally I find myself at the core of these problems. Today I have a better understanding of what runs me around, call them defects, harms, fears, whatever. When they show up through the process of the steps in spiritual willingness, I am better suited to address and diffuse imbalances. Notice I said when these show up, not if they show up, because they always do. My problem is not alcohol, it is alcoholism. You see, alcohol comes in bottles. Alcoholism is found in people. Though some might describe me as a recovered alcoholic, I am not a cured alcoholic. Any unaddressed problem or disruption in the current can lead me to a resentment, which can lead me to a relapse, which can lead me to death. Recovery to me is a game of inches and seconds. What I find most amazing is the newcomer, those with only a handful of days sober, the man or woman battling through the first 30 days. The changes you witness from day one to the night the new man is picking up his 90-day coin. To witness recovery is a miracle. Working with others, seeing their eyes clear, their return to families, careers, and society is an experience that cannot be missed. Getting sober was the single most difficult challenge I have ever faced. To have the privilege to witness and sometimes share in the experience of another on this path, there are no words for that. For me, it took some time to get my head around the term miracle. They seem to be happening around me for years. It's a series of miracles that brought me into the rooms of recovery and introduced me to a design of living that freed me from alcohol. Until I became open and willing to the idea of miracles, I did not understand that my road to recovery was paved with them. Accepting miraculous events has laid the groundwork for my spiritual connection.